everybody. A very lovely morning to everyone.
Good morning.
Oh my God. What a spectacular atmosphere here it is. You know, ladies and gentlemen, me Banti Tiwari with you from Tarka. You know, it is immense pleasure for me to welcome to all dignitaries to this wonderful and incredible event. As you know very well that all are gathering here to have a discussion. So let's start with bang on. First of all, I would like to call to my that personality who has captured everyone's attention with his talent and energy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is none other than and one and only the first fearless and fantastic English speaker, Mr. Sachin. So please, let's shout out for him. Mr. Sachin, your topic is English.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say thanks, sir. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. A tremendous morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Oh my God, what a spectacular atmosphere it is. I'm sure this morning is gonna be a great morning with you all because today I'm gonna present here the topic of English, and I think you know very well that me, your friend Sachin is from Delhi, and today so let's get started. You know, guys, English is an international language which is spoken all over the country, and the South India and East India English is spoken generally. Let's focus on its importance. You know, guys, if we have a knowledge about the English, then we can adjust ourselves in anywhere in the whole world. Because if we want to travel our country to another country, then we have to need knowledge about the English. Because if we travel our country to another country, then their people always spoke in English language. They don't know how to speak in Hindi language, and we have no knowledge, about the Hindi language. Then we can't adjust that moment, because on that moment we have need the knowledge of English. Then we have adjust that place. And I would like to tell you the terrific example of the English. You suppose if we want to enter in a higher and reputed college, then we have to need the knowledge about English, because the principal of that college is enter those students who has a knowledge about the English in a fluent way. Then they welcome those people who has a knowledge about the English. Then that person enter that college. And I would like to tell you another example. If we want to buy anything in our country to another country, and in that country all people and all shopkeepers always speak and use to English. On that time we have need to speak English and how to buy the things. Then on the time we have to need the knowledge about the English. English is that thing which is tell us how to behave with elders, and English is that thing which is tell us how to talk with elders and youngers. And English is that thing which is develop our personality, and English is that thing which is tell us how to write in a fluent way, and how to write and how to speak in a fluent way. You know, guys, at the end of my presentation, I would like to say a terrific quote that's said from my dear sir, Mr. Manjar Ansari sir. Always says that love Hindi like Bhojpuri, but always speak Hindi. That's all I have to say about it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for paying attention, and thank you for a great listener. That's all I have to say about it. Thank you.
Mr. Sachin, I totally disagree with you, because you mentioned in the topic that from English is how to respect our elders and how to behave with our youngers. You know also that in English, if you have to give respect a person, then you also say you, okay? And if you have to insult a person, then you will also say you. What is this? Disrespect or insult?
You don't say like this. It's insult. I think you don't know. I think you don't know what is the importance of English at this time.
I know, but I'm talking about the respect. Respect is very important, you know.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, in English there is no respect. You know, if you have to give respect to a person, that means you have to say up. Then you also say you. And if you have to say tum, then you also say you. What is this?
I think you don't know the meaning of you. It's up and you. That if you say you, then absolutely that person is understand what are you trying to say. You, tum, ya, aap.
I know.
Excuse me, can I
I
add
know.
here?
Yeah, absolutely. You
Because
can.
there is no love in English language. Because any if you speak any people in English, then there is not respect and love. And if you speak in Hindi, then he feels so respect. Because in Hindi, some language is very touch our heart. But in English, we speak only other language. It's common.
To me, if we have a knowledge about English and we speak English 2 and 3 words in order to, and that person listen you what I'm trying to say in English, and that whole person know how to speak in English, and that on that time that person will respect you because on the time you know how to speak in English, and on the time that person doesn't want to listen the word of Hindi because on the time that person have a lot of knowledge about English, and that time that person is only wants to listen English word. Which word you said?
Excuse me, as you may already know that.
Yeah.
As there are many great persons who are free in our country, like Mahatma Gandhi and so on, many people, and who run away the British because he always speaking English, and he set up our business in India, and that's why India is so bad. And if we speak and follow the British language, then what is the difference between in India and other countries?
And as you know very well that India is a democratic country and
Yeah.
Hindi is spoken in our country because it is our national language. You know the national language of America is that English. They speak English so that country progressing much and much. And if we use our own language like Hindi, then our country will progress much and much. And I think this is the problem. This is the hindrance that by that our country is being back.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. I would like to give an example on your question.
Yeah.
You mean the foreign countries people use our mother language and they success in our country,
Yeah.
and in the on the India all people speak English, they speak Hindi. Then why not the Indian people success in our country? You mean
No, you weren't.
Yes, yes.
understand.
He mean. Yes, he mean.
that's it. Then I would like to tell you why the people of India wants to speak English. Why not the all people wants to speak in only Hindi? Why the people of India wants to speak English? That's I have a lots of reason behind it. I would like to tell you at this time. You suppose you want to travel our country to another country, and I think you know very well that the other country people is always used to speak in English. And on the time if you want to travel our country to another country, then you have to absolutely need knowledge about the English. Thereafter you travel our country to another country.
Can you tell me?
Yeah.
Could you please tell which number is greater in which is greater? Yeah, Institute of English is working or Mechanical Institute?
From my perspective, is spoken.
You know there is only 2% of mechanical institute in India. You know there are 98% mechanical institute in India, and there is only 2% speaking institute in India. You know there is a majority of mechanical institute. That means there is a majority of technical, not is spoken. You know if you spend 1 or 2 years in learning English, how to speak English. You know if you spend that year or that 2 years in studying technical or mechanical knowledge, then you can invent a thing, and by which you can invent our country can develop. You know America, Japan, they don't use the other language. They only use their mother language. And if our India use mother language, that means if our India don't spend any time in learning other language, then our country will develop much and much just like America and Japan.
And as you know very well that if we speak English language, then it would be the insult of our Bharat Mata because Hindi is our national language and we should proud of our country. And as you know very well that in previous times, the martyrs who made the India as a freedom country, they on that time that person were using the Englishman theme, and after independence they left they back all the themes which came in India. That was of British.
I totally agree with you, Mr. Abhishek. I would like to tell you one thing. That's I think very important for both people. Could you please tell me if you have one knowledge at this time and the exam of English is gonna close, okay? And on the time you have what knowledge about the English, how can I solve the paper? Okay, listen. How can I solve the paper? And on the time you have to solve that paper and you have to crack that paper, because if you want to success in your exam, then on the time you have to need a lots of knowledge about English. Then after you take that exam, because that exam is absolutely in English, not Hindi.
Mr. Sachin,
Yeah.
you know the very great job for serving our Bharat is the national army, Indian army. You know, am I right? You are
Yeah.
agree with me or not?
Yeah, I am agree with you.
You know the Indian government doesn't ask you for the English knowledge in the job of Indian army. You know.
Yeah.
Then then you are saying that our India should learn English.
Listen, you don't know the army of our country doesn't know how to speak in English.
You know that there is majority of Hindi, not English. The only major and general colonel is speaking, not the soldier of Indian army speaking English.
You can't say like this because
No. Sachin, you know, there is majority. You know, all the soldier of Indian army are 12 pass or 10 pass. They are not. They only want to serve our country, and they only have physical power, not mental power, and not knowledge power. They only have physical power. That means they only have much knowledge that can adjust. You know, they don't have any English language, much, just like you and me.
Then could you please tell me that person who is army of India, then when that person is appearing the exam of 12th class, then how can that person solve the paper of English? Could you please tell me?
Sachin, I told that they don't have much knowledge about English. They don't have much knowledge English about you and me, just like you and me. They only have little language, little knowledge about English.
Yeah.
They don't have much. That means they haven't done the course of spoken. They only learn little thing about English.
And
Okay.
as you know well that the English is, I think the English is hindrance because the person who don't know how to speak English, they get failed in exams, and I think it is a hindrance to get our goal. You know.
Yeah.
And so I think English should be fired out from India because suppose that you have a car, and suppose I also have a car.
Yeah.
Then suppose that you are driving your car and I also stop anywhere, and suppose you appreciate your car, means my car is better than you.
Yeah.
And I also appreciate. Then the car is made in India, and I think I should fight proud, or you also should fight that this car is made from India, and you are saying that English is most important here because it means that you wanna say that the car is made from other country like America, but what I say that
Well, Sachin, let's finish it. Sit.
Okay.